I was asked recently why our perspectives control our happiness. And I like to break it down in sort of experiential terms. So have you ever noticed a day where just one thing after the other goes wrong? Maybe you got up on the wrong side of bed and you hit your head, and then you spilled your coffee, and then you missed the bus, and then you blah, 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 blah. And it just goes on and on like a domino effect. Whereas other days, nothing special really happened, but you still had a great day, nevertheless. So happiness is not just about what happens to us. It's about how we experience what happens to us. So I just wanted to sort of break down what I mean by that. So first and foremost, our brain only notices what we focus on. It gets millions of pieces of information every second, and we just simply don't have the resources to be able to sift through and keep everything. We have to be able to discard things. And so it's only the things that we deem as important that gets filed away, and everything else just gets pushed out. So the way that this sometimes looks is sometimes we might learn a new word that we'd never heard before, and suddenly we start noticing it everywhere. And that's our brains tuning into that piece of information. So it's called selective attention, and it's something that if we're intentional about what it is that we want to remember and what we want to focus on, that will be remembered. Secondly, how we frame a situation changes what meaning we put to it. So life is all about the meaning of different things that happen, different data inputs, and our brain attaches that meaning. So how we frame that is going to impact the meaning we attach to it. So for example, I think it might be pouring with rain, and we can think that it's going to ruin our day and cancel our plans. Or we can say, it's raining, so now it's an opportunity for us to jump in puddles, or maybe do something cozy or something indoors. So these are the same facts, the same data input, the same thing happened to us, but how we frame it changes our experience of it. Thirdly, gratitude and mindfulness impact and can rewire how our brains perceive these things. So that, again, it's going back to the intentionality of focus. When we bring the intention to being grateful and seeing sort of the things that bring us joy, we start to notice all the details a little bit more, and we basically are telling our brains that we need to notice these things. Fourth, expectations can shape realities. So the placebo effect is a great example of this, but our expectations are basically predictions that our brains make as to what is about to happen. And often that is not actually based on any fact. It is sort of a story that we tell ourselves. Placebo effect is when we're told that something is going to do something good for us, and even if it actually doesn't have that power or that ingredient, it can actually have positive effects. And the same thing for nocebo effect, where we're told something negative is about to happen, and then it actually does adversely affect our health or whatever else. So think about the power of our brain and how our expectations, our thoughts shape our experiences, and they actually shape our reality. The last point is that our brains are always changing, so we can use it to our advantage because of neuroplasticity. We're always developing, and so maintaining a growth mindset where we're always a work in progress and we're always trying to develop further, rather than having a fixed mindset of thinking, I am just a negative person, or I am just a whatever. Having it be more every day, I can practice certain tools in order to develop and rewire my brain to be noticing more joy and more positive things in my life, so that I can shape my experience over time. So if there's one small shift in perspective that you've had, please add it to the comments. We'd love to hear it. We'd love you to share it with people, any wins that you've had. And if you found this helpful, tell a friend who you think might enjoy it.